Violet followed Iris down the forbidden path. Iris couldn't believe her always-follows-the-rules sister had suggested they take this scandalous walk. Once Violet had made the proposal, Iris would not allow her to retract it. She'd been hoping to inspect the trail one day, and this might be her only chance. It was a narrow pathway that was covered in snow. There were some footprints leading down the passage. Someone had been this way, but it would be difficult to determine when they had last been there. The snow wasn't too deep, but her skirts would be drenched after their little adventure. She didn't care about that. Elation filled her to her very core. "This is so exciting," Iris said in a giddy tone. She clapped her hands. "I'm so glad you thought to do this." "I'm happy you're having such an exhilarating time," Violet replied, but she didn't sound nearly as eager as Iris felt. Well, that was too bad. She would have to see it through, whether or not she liked it. "How many couples do you think sneak down this path?" Iris picked up the pace and was running down the path now. She could still hear Violet's groan as she moved through the snow. "Don't go too far," Violet called out. Iris was past hearing her sister. She disappeared into the trees. It would be so easy to find a place to hide with a gentleman. If she were to come on this path, she would hope the man by her side would be the Earl of Hampstead. He was the handsomest man Iris had ever laid eyes on. His hair was dark and silky-looking, but it was those eyes of his that called to her. They were so blue, they were near the color of the ice now dripping down from the tree branches. The blue more of a light tint. Eerie to behold, however enticing at the same time. She shivered at the very thought of catching the Earl's attention. "Lady Iris," a man called out. She stopped short. It couldn't be. Why was the Earl of Hampstead walking on Scoundrel Lane? More importantly, why was he calling her name? Iris spun on her heel and headed in the direction of his voice. She had been thrilled to explore the forbidden path, but now this was the opportunity she had been hoping for. "Lord Hampstead," she said breathlessly when she caught up with him. His dark hair was stunning against the backdrop of snow. A patch fell from a nearby branch and landed on his shoulder. She giggled when he scowled and brushed it off. "Why are you here?" she asked. "I've been sent to retrieve you," he replied in a congenial tone. "Your sister is worried." Iris frowned. She had told Violet about her plan to trap Lord Hampstead into marriage. He was a rogue and one of the infamous, scandalous gentlemen. He was unlikely to willingly ask a woman for their hand in marriage. Iris wanted to be his wife, and she would do almost anything to make that dream come true. "My sister sent you?" Skepticism filled her tone as she spoke. Violet had been adamantly against Iris's plan. "I volunteered," he answered. "Lord Merrifield is keeping Lady Violet company until we can join them." A sly smile formed on her face. She couldn't help wondering if fate was offering her exactly what she desired. This couldn't have happened better if she had planned it herself. She would be a fool to pass on this fortuitous event. "Do we have to return right away?" Iris stepped closer. "My sister fancies herself in love with the Marquis. Maybe if they had a few moments alone, they could make a connection." It wasn't a total lie. There had been a time when Lord Merrifield had appealed to Violet. Iris wasn't certain when that had changed or why, but she wasn't above using that former infatuation to her advantage. Violet would forgive her for it. Her sister always forgave her. "She does?" Lord Hampstead lifted a brow, then frowned. "I hadn't been aware of that."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.